Welcome race fans to eSeniors, the premier senior driver experience. The championships that we have is the GT3 Sprint, which is this one. We have the GT2 Sprint on Fridays and the GT3 main championship race on Saturday. And these are the standings today. Chris Bourne have won the last 4 races really on a row here, but I think Brian Murray could challenge him today. Perhaps here at Red Bull Ring, he has 223 points. Then we have Mirj Ponov, 175. Laurent Rollet, 163. I'm really working on that name. Derek Bird, 160 points. So that's what we have today. Red Bull Ring. We're also going to listen to the national anthem a little bit. That's kind of a new thing, which I think is a really cool addition to the immersion that we want to have as we watch these broadcasts. Getting everything set up here so we can switch over to what we call the pre-show, and that's when I mention our sponsor. So to the right there we have Castle and Cauldron. It's a home-based company that you can find on Facebook, and they do Harry Potter and fantastic beats, collectibles, wands and things like that. Everything handmade. Fantastic. Syndeo is a technology broker here based in Canada, and their advisors will help you select the best solution for you with regards to IP telephony, etc. And that SIM3D, that's the supplier of anything you need for your cockpit, fan shrouds, all sorts of mounts and button boxes, anything you need, they will provide. So if you're in the business for anything like this, consider our sponsors. Let's get out on the stream where the guys are warming up. I talked a little bit with Brian before the race, and he was really downplaying his chances. I think that's hogwash. I think Brian gonna be in the top anyway. We'll see. Another contender obviously is Chris Bourne. See if he can take his 5th championship win. And then we have a mystery driver there, number currently in P16 there, and that is Robert Homer, car 999. So for some reason his name doesn't show up. It's very weird. Not sure why that is. It's unknown at this point. Welcome in everyone on the stream. Anyone that's new to eSeniors, I will post a link in the chat. Derek, welcome. Also, if anyone wants to look at the data a little bit more in detail, I have our pit wall timing running. Check that out in just in any browser. Really cool. You see the stream there, and then you can see the times, etc. So yeah, it's a cool option. This is the sprint race, 30 minutes. There is no pit stop, just 30 minutes full-on driving. And here's our mystery driver, Mr. Homer, in his pink Porsche. Don't forget to press like on our stream. It would be great. That will lure other racing enthusiasts to our stream. So Red Bull Ring, one of the newer tracks. We, as we see, Homer goes off and comes back on track. Chris Bourne is the fastest right now. So Red Bull is, it seems that a lot of people have trouble with this. It is a difficult one, but I like the second sector when you kind of come down the mountain. We're gonna get into that part here. You have a high speed kind of corners traveling through there with Chris Bourne. And here, this one, this piece coming down. I think that's just wonderful. Oh, my producer really likes the no name. Another pink Porsche is the Eric Langlois from France. Eric Langlois currently sits in P15 in the championship. Placed 14, P14 last race, that was Monza. Monza was very clean, very nice. I hope this is gonna be clean too. It can get a little bit tight in the first corner. As Chris Bourne is on an improved time. Just starting up. Let's go to Mr. Zimmer. Zimmer sits in P8 right now, and in the championship he sits in 11. Daniel Britos, always exciting. Daniel sits in P14. And Laurent had really made an impact here in this championship. Last race he was P2. That was his best result. And they got him up to P4 in the championship. So really good job by Laurent. Let's look a little bit in the back here. Joe Bekavak from Canada. One of these guys that's been racing on and off. He has missed 3 races, placed P16 last race, currently P24 in the championship. We have a few races that's just been in and out a little bit. Terry Trowbridge. Terry placed P6 last race at Monza, P9 in the championship. P6, that was his best result in this championship. So we'll see what car is the one that's going to be the best on this track. Let's switch over to manufacturer here. Kind of McLaren sits in the middle, but also in the top there with Chris Bourne driving the McLaren. 127.9 right now for him. Mirsh Ponov, we haven't talked about him. Number 69. Mirsh placed P3 again at Monza. He was also P3 at Valencia. Currently P3 in the championship too. No one is really on an improved run. Here is Kenny Flenstedt from Sweden. His best result is a P4 in the very first race. Paul Ricard, he's been racing all the races so far. P5 was his position, Monza. Running his BMW. We need to mention Kevin Torrance, but he's in the pits right now. He's our resident Kiwi. Let's see what Brian can do. Brian placed P4 at Monza. He has 2 wins, 3 second places, and then Monza P4. Like I mentioned before, he was really downplaying his possibilities today. When I talked to him before the race, he's not feeling comfortable on this track. Chris Bourne also said he didn't really feel how the car was feeling, but I mean he's ahead quite a bit, half a second in front of Laurent. Oh, a little mistake there by Murray. Ponoff, interestingly, up 0.4. Let's see where he's gonna end up as he crosses the line. And P4 for provisional P4 for Ponoff. 3.5 minutes left, and no one is really on an improved lap. So Robert Homer, like I mentioned before, he's the mystery driver, if you will. He sits in P7 actually. He didn't race last race, but he was racing all the other races. His best result was a P4 in Kilami. See what he can do now in this race. Here we have Mark Stevens. Didn't start last race, 110 points. He's in P8 in the championship. Best result was P4 in Valencia. So here is Chris Bourne. Let's follow him in the cockpit for a little bit. He's really opening up for that turn. Try to hit the apex, get on the throttle. Yeah, we want to get on the left side like he does, really opening that one up too. You can go bring a lot of speed through there. It's short shifting. And here's my favorite part, this one. 50-meter braking point. Want to hit the apex and power out of there. You can go wide a little bit. Open that one up too. Get on the apex. Oh, he does a little mistake there. Amber Kelly, welcome to the stream. On Twitch, eSeniors Championship streams on both YouTube and on Twitch. We try to do broadcast on all our races. It's an organization with racers 50 years and older. The premier world championships in this category. And we have drivers from all over the world. Let's put the nation flags up there and you see that we are really hitting all the places. Mirj Ponov there is from Macedonia. That flag is not represented in ACC for some reason. And then we have the mystery driver there, that's Mr. Homer from the UK. For some reason his data is not correct. All right, Chris Bourne. Really dominating right now, half a second before ahead of everyone. as clock is coming down to almost completion of the qualifying. There we are. Qualifying is done. Let's see who is, if there's someone that was able to get over the line. No, Pono, or I'm sorry, Britos. It's on the line now. Chris Bourne actually takes the fastest lap. Improves his time with 1:27.8. There we are, and I think Trowbridge is still out running. He's up 0.6. That could push him up a couple of positions. Let's see where he ends up. He runs in P11 right now. The oldest driver, he is, I think he's 75? Correct me if I'm wrong on the stream there, but on the chat. That's great to see. Terry coming through. Follow him into the goal line. He's half a second up. That would put him, yeah, that would push him up quite a bit. P6. There we go, Terry. Great job. So let's switch over to our opening here. I'm gonna take away SIMGRID, and I'm gonna put up the flag because now it's time to listen to the national anthem of Austria. So please rise for the national anthem of Austria. Oh, darn it, Derek. I forgot to turn off on the mic. Oh. Well, anyway, we got a little grid walk there, but it was quiet, I guess. Sorry about that. So, Bourne and Laurent and Murray and Panov. It's going to be a battle coming up into the first turn. It's easy to get some track penalties here too. That's a little troublesome. So maybe later on in the race I'll switch over to the timing tower for ACC, so we can see if there's anyone that gets a penalty. Here they come. If everyone is positioned correctly, everyone is bunching up here. Remove the leaderboard a little bit so we get a little room to see what's going on. And here is the start. Chris Bourne get a good start, but Laurent is tucking up behind him. Brian Murray is biding his time there, and Chris goes wide. Panning back a little bit to see if there's any problems. Here's a little cluster here, Trowbridge, Daniel Britos. And Trowbridge goes on the inside, and here comes Britos. Maybe a little contact there. No, it's no contact. Been very, very clean so far. Jobbe Kavak started in the back. Some technical problems perhaps. Chris Bourne has a very nice lead right now, but Laurent is not giving up. Mirsh Panov coming behind Brian. And this is, like I mentioned, it's a 30-minute race, so position is everything here. Let's put on the leaderboard again. Trowbridge chasing Flintstedt, and then there's a couple of cars behind them there. There we have Britos, Stevens. But it looked to be a very clean start. Yeah, actually no contacts at all in the start. Very, very nicely done. It's been much cleaner here the last couple of races, as we see some drivers with yellow flags or yellow cards, if you will. So very good start. Trowbridge working on Kenny Flintstedt as we're coming up into that tricky turn. And the no name is that's Mr. Robert Homer in the 999 Porsche, trying to reach Stevens. Let's see how they're doing on the position delta. Not too many changes. Savage lost a little bit of position to the benefit of Langlois and Torrance. Zimmer lost his position to the Robert Homer, but that's about it. Chris Bourne getting up to speed. Yeah, right now Chris Bourne is a little bit faster than Laurent. There's Kevin Torrance starting to reach Savage. Torrance is driving the BMW, one of 3 Ws here today on this track. Chris Bourne now have a 1.5 second lead. I'm irritated that I didn't turn off the mute on the microphone. There's a blinking red button on it if I mute it, so I don't know why I missed that, but there's always something. A lot to keep track of here in the studio. And here comes Mark Stevens. He goes on the inside on Daniel Britos. Is that going to stick? Coming up into turn 1. Goes on the inside. Britos opens up the turn. Nice side by side. Britos goes wide. Comes back again. That could possibly be a violation. Got Langlois on Brian Banks. We haven't really talked about Brian Banks. He comes maybe on the inside. No. Brian Banks, he placed P12 at Monza. His best is P10 in this championship. 2 races where he didn't start, so he's a little bit further back. Yes, we have a little triplet here. We have Robert Homer there in the pink Porsche. Stevens is trying to reach Britos. So seems that Britos is backing up cars a little bit here. Maybe the cars behind here have a better pace. Certainly looks like Mark Stevens has. So they're finishing the lap. See if they get a good run here. Yeah, absolutely, Stuart. Welcome, Stuart Packham. Absolutely. I don't know if you already connected on Discord to get age verified and all that, but absolutely. Would love to see you. Happy birthday in advance for the Big 50. Very tight racing. But very, very clean. Great job by everyone. We have a kind of strict policy here where if you get 2 contact penalties, you get a yellow card, and that means that your next contact penalty will get you the red card, and you get suspended for 2 races. So that really hurts if you're in the, if you're racing the championship. But that also means that we have drivers that drive very carefully. Actually, speaking of, Randy Zimmer is one of those drivers that actually have a yellow card. So he needs to drive without contact. And we adjudicate all the contacts on lap 1. Stewards will look at that. And for the other, speaking of contact, there's Homer made contact with Stevens. Let's look at that one real quick. So look at the pink car. He's just not controlling the braking there, looks like, and Stevens get turned around there. Yeah, so on any lap that's not lap 1, you can report using a reporting sheet, and stewards will look at those incidents. Mishponov is now up on Murray, gets a little bit closer. All right, Stuart, great. Absolutely love to see you on track. What kind of car do you prefer, and do you like to drive a GT2 as well? Are you in the UK? A lot of questions. Cars are spreading out a little bit. Chris Bourne now have a very impressive 5-second lead on Laurent. And Brian Murray, that was talking down his chances. He still sits in P3. Brian Murray, P2 in the championship. P3 would be good for him. He needs to stay ahead of Mishponov at least. Laurent have recently, in the last race, Monza, he was P2. So he has really improved. So he's climbing up and sitting in P4 in the championship. But for Murray right now, it's all about staying ahead of Ponov. Let's look back here. Eric Langlois is on the run. Mark Stevens, that got turned around there on turn 1. He's trying to recover, had to drive up the field. Yeah, absolutely, Stuart. Hope to see you. All right, Mark Stevens just passed Philippe Savage. Mark Stevens looking to recover the ground that was lost. So we can look at the position delta again here. Here we see Mark Stevens down 4 positions. Also, I wonder Robert might have actually waded in a little bit, which would be the right thing to do. But very impressive drive by Chris. Look at that, he's just quietly driving in the lead there, over 5 seconds ahead. Let's see if Stevens going to be able to take Langlois. Stevens obviously faster than many of these guys here back in the lower third of the timetable. Oh, but he oversteers. What a disaster for Stevens. Is he gonna stay in the race? He goes in. He might actually leave, I don't know. Langlois, something happened with Langlois. Let's go back and see if we can catch that. Not sure if something happened with him or not. No. Brian Murray have some cool livery there, guitars on his trunk, rear trunk. Yeah, the sprint race is a fun race. It's not so physically demanding as maybe a our 50-minute race might be. We do some endurance races too, typically between our championships. Murray is working on Laurent as we get into almost half the race have gone now. Murray have a cool livery. Just waiting for a mistake by the car in front. Oh, there's Laurent. There is the mistake. That was typical case of the curse of the what do you call it? The commentator's curse. So let's do a replay here, see what happens. So here they are. Oh, oh, there it is. He gets a little snap of oversteer, and that gives Murray the opportunity. There we go, Murray P2. Let's now see if he can keep that going. What a break he got there. Unbelievable. And maybe the frustration over this will make Laurent try to, that will be an opportunity for Pornoff. Here comes Laurent again, very, very close, and he has to brake. That's an opportunity for Pornoff to start to get into this little race here between these top three cars, or rather position 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, Laurent is much faster than Murray, it looks like. It's really catching him here. Let's get in his cockpit. BMW power. But we're getting into this period where we might see some tire wear. Nice turn there on the throttle early. So check out our pit link live timing if you're interested. You see the Twitch stream there, and you see timing, and you can manipulate that as you want and see a little bit more details. It's pretty cool. I use that for broadcasting here as well. I'm short one screen though. It requires a lot of real estate to do this broadcast. I have 3 screens right now, and I really want to have my 4th. I packed down my stuff here as I'm moving to Sweden, so I have a kind of a minimalistic setup right now. I don't do any racing, I just do flight simming. So there's a little race back here too. There's Brian Banks and Robert and Philippe Savage. Yeah, unfortunate. See, Stevens probably left. Stevens, who had some problems and oversteered and went into the wall and got damaged, so he didn't have a good race. And here comes Laurent. It's all over Murray. Murray have 11 and a half to try and defend. Well, Laurent have such pace, unbelievable. He's just really pushing to get ahead. Let's get into Laurent's cockpit. It's gonna be very hard for Murray. He's might actually start to feel his tires going off. 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes left. Oh, he's sliding. A lot of focus required by Brian now. You see, Torrance was able to... Let's just go back to that one, see what happened here. Torrance had already passed him. Oh, something happened there. Was in contact though. Oh yeah, it was. Let's go back to that. So we have Torrance and Eric Langlois. Let's see. Oh, Torrance goes a little bit wide, and there comes Eric Langlois and tried to make a little move on the inside. Didn't work out. Okay, so here we have Mish Ponov behind Kenneth Flenstedt. Looked like he was able to get a little bit closer. See how they're lapping. 131 and 131.0. Kenny might have done a little mistake. Pretty spread out here between the different cars. Oh, it's Langlois comes on the inside. Torrance goes out wide. But Langlois is going to be able to keep that. Yes, he is. Nicely done. Looked like Torres went really wide there. Oh, looked like his front end was washing out there on Torrance. So he lost a lot of tempo there. Gave Eric a little bit of relief. Let's go up and see. Oh, what happened here? There's an accident. There's a lot of bumping and grinding back here, guys. It's Torrance and Langlois. Here comes Bekavak. Ouch. Bekavak makes contact. That's what happened. Sins gave that position back. Don't forget to like the broadcast. So we get, oh, there is Ponov, goes really wide, goes out in the grass. Less than 7 minutes remaining. Here comes Langlois. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's Robert, the other pink one. Nicely done. I think I'm gonna switch over to the ACC timing tower right now, because this might be the time where someone goes wide and we see perhaps a penalty. We'll see. Mirshponov running P5. Ponov been P3 the last 2 races. So this is race number 7 in our 10 race series. And after this we go to 2 races in England, and then we finish off the series at Misano. And then it's gonna be a little break, maybe actually we will do a endurance before we start season 13. Daniel Britos running P7, chasing down Terry Trowbridge. Our next race here at eSeniors is going to be GT2 on Friday. I think Mike is traveling, so I will try and do that broadcast. Oh, Mirshponov getting close to Flenstedt. Very nice driving. He goes on the inside. Is he going to be able to keep that? That BMW is power here at Red Bull Ring. We saw that with Laurent's BMW. Very impressive. Well, if Murray is able to keep Laurent away, I think he will be very pleased with that. And don't miss the interview that we're going to have with the top 3. Laurent, I don't think he's that up on his English, so we're not going to see him, I think. This is the battle right now. Kenny Flenstedt tries to keep Ponov away. 2 minutes remains of the race. He goes really wide. Is Ponov gonna be able to get... Oh, he goes out a little bit. Went out in the sand a little bit. Ponov was really trying to be careful. Ponov is another one with a yellow card, actually. Really nice racing here. Closest battle right now is between these two guys. Fight for P4. Pornoff is pushing. Oh, Pornoff is passing. Very nicely done. Is it gonna stick? Here comes the BMW. Goes on the inside. Is it gonna late brake? Being careful. Super good racing. In the meantime, I see Daniel Britos past Terry Trowbridge. Daniel up to P6 right now. Oh, Laurent! Laurent made a mistake. Mirch Pornoff up in P3. What happened with Laurent? Oh, I didn't catch that. Looked for sure that that was kind of self-inflicted damage. Wow, that was something. Terry Trowbridge tries to get back his position. I already created my graphic for this. I need to update the graphic for the podium. Oh, here is Terry Trowbridge in the last minute. Pushing. Stay with him a little bit, but Chris Board is certainly the winner today. 12 seconds ahead, unbelievable. Oh, he gets a little spin there. Let's see where Mr. Bourne is. He's about to complete his lap. Let's stay with him for a minute. Celebrate with him. Looks like Terry Trowbridge lost a little contact with Britos. So that's Chris Bourne. Yet another win for Chris Bourne. Unbelievable. That's his 5th win in a row. And there it is. Brian Murray in P2. There he is. And here comes Mirch Pornoff. Really lucked out here. Laurent did 2 big mistakes, and that cost everything. And let's see what Terry Trowbridge can do here. Just in the last couple of turns. The drag racing into the finish line. And Daniel Britos takes P6. Great racing. And a pretty clean race, no contacts. It was only 3 contacts all, in total. So very nicely done by everyone racing. Really nicely done. So, what we're gonna do now is to do the interview. And we're gonna update that one. There we go. If we can get some people over into the interview. Podium, so we're gonna have Chris Bourne. Hi guys, we have Chris, we have Brian, and we have Mirch.
Oh wow, Nudgy, well done.
What
I mean, I don't mean that. What? I don't know. I thought the Rome was third. Didn't see what happened.
Oh, you will see on replay.
Yeah, Mirch.
Great race with Kenny.
Yeah, Mirch, you had a lot of fun, I think. Tell us about it.
What to tell? Great race. Great race. With Kenny Fresh, it was incredible race. No matter, I finished third, he finished fourth, but it doesn't matter. It was great race. And all the race was good. I made very, very small mistake at the beginning, so I lost pace with Brian and Chris. But great race for me.
Yeah, and Brian, you were downplaying your chances before the race when we talked a little bit, but I think luck is a factor in this race. So tell us about how you did.
I think it was just lucky that Laurent's tires were. He was struggling from maybe halfway through, and let me get through to second. I don't think I deserve third either. I don't like this track at all. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, it looks like the BMW was super strong here. I saw that also on Kenny's BMW, that he seemed to have, just, I don't know if this fits the BMW for some reason, but the BMW seemed to be really, really quick when we saw the chases.
Yeah, Laurent wasn't having fun in his. He was losing the rear end quite often, and that's why he dropped back to fourth or fifth, was it?
Yeah, he ended up in fourth. Yeah, he did two crucial mistakes. One to lose the position to you, and then one to lose the position to Mirsch. That was unfortunate. But Chris, I think you had like a margin with was it 12 seconds or something crazy?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So you were comfortable on Red Bull Ring today?
Yeah, I was, yeah. It was, I was a bit nervous going to turn 1 and turn 2. I'm going to be honest. I was really scared because that BMW caught me last week at Monza on the straight at the start. And I was feeling like he was going to gut me inside in turn 1. So I kind of had a bit of a Brand Transit moment. I wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah.
And then turn 2, I went a bit over defensive, I think. So I wasn't sure how fast he was going to come up the straight. So I just took a complete defensive line at turn 2. And then once I got from there, it was kind of just maintain the gap and try and pull away if I can.
Yeah, really great. So this was your fifth win in a row. So that's impressive. And now after this, we go into the two British tracks, and then we finish the season off with Misano. So that's coming to the end of this.
Yes, but good to see what happened to Laurent, because I mean, he was behind, then Brian was behind, then Murchie was in the booth. I'm like, I was.
Yeah, he did. Laurent did like a 360. I mean, I didn't catch it on the replay, but I mean, you can look at on your own replays. But I think he just kind of oversteered or got on a curb or something, and just turned around. So
it was on the long left turn in last sector.
Yeah.
There, his point. Yeah.
All right. So congratulations. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Cheers, Chris.
Right.
Brian.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Well done, Chris. Well done, Murchie.
Congrats.
Well done.
All right. Thank you, everyone watching. Appreciate it. Next broadcast will be on Friday, same time. That's going to be the GT2 sprint at Red Bull Ring. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.